It's me. It's me, Golden Freddy Fnaf reference. Anyways, um, I'm making this video because I wanted to sort of discuss what I personally, want to see for in the future of Five Nights at Freddy's. This is not a prediction video. I can't. I'm not predicting. This is mainly just me throwing like a wish list out there of what I want to see for the future. So no, this isn't me predicting. This is just me like saying what I want to see. What we could see. Not me going, oh, this is definitely happening because of this detail and this detail and this detail, and then no, it's not that. Um, so yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is Secret of the Mimic. I absolutely love Secret of the Mimic. It was such a good game. I love Secret of the Mimic so much. Um, and I think it helped Mimic's legacy a bit more. I think a lot of people, for some reason, absolutely hated the idea of the Mimic, um, mainly because it came from the books, or well, it was introduced in the books. Our first time hearing about something known as the Mimic was in the books. And for some reason, people in the FNAF community don't like the books. I don't know why. I think they're great. But that's just the logic with people in the community is if it's from the books, they hate it and they don't want it to be in the game continuity. Um, and then the mimic showed up in Ruin, and it blew everyone away. But there was still also some debates on if the book continuity was fully canon. And then Secret of the Mimic was given to us, and it told us that not everything in the books are canonical to the game continuity. Now, I'm not. This isn't a theory video, but I kind of think that some stuff in the books can still be taken as canonical if it doesn't. If it's not contradicted in Secret of the Mimic, I don't see why we can't use it. Um, but that's where I'm not getting into that. Right? This isn't a theory video. This is just me rambling about the future of FNAF. Anyways, Secret of the Mimic definitely helped Mimic, but my point is, I'm talking about DOC for Secret of the Mimic. I really want to see a Fall Fest themed DLC for Secret of the Mimic. I don't see Fall Fest being a full game like by itself, personally. Um, but I think as like a fun deal, like short DLC experience for Secret of the Mimic would be probably the best way to approach like a Fall Fest kind of thing. Um, because we've been getting teased so much about this Fall Fest and like Help Wanted. I think it was a teased a Security Breach. I know it was teased and Ruined, and and then in Secret of the Mimic, Edwin straight up drops that Fiona went to the or no Fiona says I'm gonna go to the Fall Fest crew, right? Like they name drop Fall Fest. Um, and so I think it would be a good time to just do a Fall Fest DLC. I think that'd be very fun. Granted, I don't know what it would be about necessarily because, I mean, all we really know is Fiona probably died at Fall Fest due to the fire. But it'd be fun if they kind of expanded more on that with a DLC. I think it'd be very cool. Again, I don't know what they could do. If I'm being real, I don't know, but I do think it seems like a really fun idea in my opinion. Um, but yeah. Um, another thing I want to see in the future for FNAF is, of course, what happened after Ruin. That was a while ago, and so I think it'd be nice if uh, we could see after that. I know we are. Um, I'm just wondering when, and I'm also very curious as to what kind of game it's gonna be. Like, where is this gonna take place? Um, and how far after Ruin is going to take place. I'm very curious as to like I wonder if is Fazbear. I wonder what Fazbear's been up to because Ruin. There was I think it was an earthquake. I think it was an earthquake that caused Security Breach to just completely collapse. Um, but I'm kind of certain that there's other pizza plexes out there, And so I'm sure Fazbear Entertainment is still around. I would think, right? Um, but I'm curious to see what they're up to. I wonder if they're gonna make a new location, because of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Right? It's Fazbear Entertainment. You can't kill Fazbear Entertainment. That just you can't. You just can't. You think Purple Guy always comes back, or Purple Guy? I'm calling him Purple Guy. You think William Afton comes back? You think William Afton always comes back, bro? Look at Fazbear Entertainment in general, dude. Fazbear Entertainment is just gonna keep coming back, just milking this bear till it's just gone, dead, and it's never gonna die. So, yeah. But I'm curious where Fazbear Entertainment is at. I'm curious of the fate of Cassie, if she survived or died. I'm quite certain she survived. I mean, I'm under the assumption that the mimic took Cassie and is brainwashing her, and she's like the new victim of the mimic, like Vanessa and Gregory. I think that just makes sense, right? Um, um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know where the game would take place at. Is it like another Fazbear location? I don't want it to be even further down into ruin or further down into security breach. I think it's getting to a point. If I'm being real, it is getting to a point, and I don't want it to just keep getting deeper and deeper into the core of the earth. I have that issue with Poppy Playtime and a lot of like Ban Poppy Playtime. Why are we so freaking deep into the earth? We're like hitting magma levels, like or lava. We should be hitting lava by this point, right? And so I prefer if we get a change of scenery and it's not just an even deeper insecurity breed. Like I'm hoping it's not deeper in the Pizzaplex. I think that would be stupid. Um, a while back there was something called Abyss. I don't know. Posted a FNAF developer posted something, and people were assuming that it was FNAF related. Um, for some reason, I don't know why. Um, the creator wasn't really hinting at FNAF. People just kind of assumed because the person works on FNAF. I think Elon Riskin is his name, right? That was like a whole thing, but there's like talks about a FNAF Into the Abyss, which would be even deeper in the Pizzaplex. But of course, the musician was like, "No, this is for something else. I work on things other than FNAF." Um, as to where it could take place at, I'm not entirely sure. I'm be so real. I'm talking about how I don't want it to be deep in the Pizzaplex, but I also don't have an answer as to where should it be then. I don't freaking know. What do you know? Like, I don't think he knows either. I should give this guy a name. Should I name him? Um, that's off topic. I'm getting off topic. Anyways, um, I also kind of want to talk about what comes after the mimic, because we've got a William Afton, story, and then now we're in the mimic story, and I'm wondering what could be after. I mean, I feel like the logical answer would be please end, after the mimic, can we just end FNAF? But that's not gonna happen. What are you, stupid? It's not gonna happen. Um, and so, I'd love to see like a FNAF game that goes into Fazbear Frights. Like I would kill for like a Fazbear Frights game that's Steel Wool, like made by Steel Wool. Um, because I definitely do think Fazbear Frights are canonical to the game continuity, and I think it'd be fun if Steel Wool made games focusing on Fazbear Frights. I think that'd be very fun. Um, I'd love to see. I mean, in that case, the villain would be Eleanor, right? Because she was like the main one in Fazbear Frights. I guess also William Afton would have to show up because he's like the agony or something in the books. I am agony. Um, but like I don't like I guess yeah Eleanor, right? I'd love to see some stuff relating to Andrew as well. I love Andrew as a character. He's the vengeful spirit. Um, Fight me. Um, but yeah, so you've got William, you've got the mimic, and so I guess the next thing would be Eleanor. Um, I like to look at William's story being about a man becoming machine, and then the mimic is a machine trying to become man. And so, what's the next thing that you could really do, right? Like, what? How do you fit a third villain into that perfectly, like that perfect coin, right? William and Mimic are just two sides of the same coin. And so how do you throw a third character to the mix? And to that I say maybe something that's neither machine nor man, aka Eleanor, which is some weird agony creature, you know, and it's definitely not a machine nor a man. It's just some kind of weird supernatural creature. Um, I think that'd probably be the best way to fit that into that perfect, you know, two-sided coin. Um, are there three-sided coins? What would that be? What would that be called? What would a three-sided coin? I don't know. Um, but yeah, that's sort of just all I have to say regarding the future of FNAF. Um, if you have any, you know, ideas or thoughts or opinion, like if you have any ideas as to where could the next Fazbear game take place? Because I'd rather not be deep in the Pizzaplex. But if you have an idea, let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'd love to just yap all day about where the location can be at and just what it's all about. Um, because you know I love FNAF. I love talking about FNAF. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And if you have any ideas for like an Eleanor game, or maybe not even like a third villain that isn't, you know, Fazbear Fright, it's just some other type of villain, let me know. Again, I love yapping. Um, and I mean that's it. That's the video. Uh, we gotta name this guy, by the way. If you guys have any ideas for what to name this guy, please let me know. He's my little, You know, I don't have a leg bugs. Um, but I think because now that I have this cute little thingy, I might actually like not be as scared of bugs now. Like look at him. Look at the look at that baby. Look at that. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed my Freddy Fazbear future video thingamabobber. And I'll see you guys next time. I don't edit my videos, so I'm just gonna have to awkwardly lean my hand and just end